Hello everyone, this is Erik, the Asian movie enthusiast, and this is my review of Evil Does Not Exist, a Japanese movie from 2023 that was directed by Ryusuke Hamaguchi, the man who previously gave us Drive My Car, Wheel of Fortune and Fantasy, Asako I and II, and Happy Hour. Now, I did not look up the plot synopsis for this film at all before watching it, and given the title, I thought it might be like a dark thriller or a dark drama or something like that, but that's not really the case. Now, extensive winter forest scenery opens the film. Widower Takumi lives with his 8-year-old daughter, Hana, in the peaceful Japanese mountain village of Mizu-biki. He chops wood, smokes a cigarette, collects jugs of water from the forest stream, and occasionally hears gunshots, presumably from deer hunters. Now, in a community meeting, residents are confronted with a proposal to develop a glamping site, which is basically high-end camping with modern amenities. Takahashi and Mayuzumi, two developer representatives, introduced this project. However, the townsfolk unanimously voice their serious concerns about the consequences the site will have on their delicate water systems, and they don't like the representatives' public relations tactics. So that's kind of the framing of the film. Now, one thing you will need to understand before watching this one is that the first section of the movie is glacially paced. There's an opening tracking shot during the credits that showcases a beautiful view of a forest, and then there are actually many of those shots throughout the film. But early on, we watch a man chop wood until about the 10-minute mark. And then after that, he collects fresh water, picks some herbs, and then he walks home with his kids. So the opening 25 minutes or so are pretty leisurely paced, to say the least. But this showcasing of the forest is actually important for the story. You get an appreciation for the environment. And we get a good feel for the lives of the townsfolk and their interaction with nature, meaning that they greatly respect the environment and want to maintain the surrounding ecosystem. And a significant portion of the film takes place within this forest, or the buildings inside of the forest, seemingly during the winter months, I believe, because there's some patches of snow and the way that they're dressing. I very much enjoyed this kind of atmosphere in movies, and that season of the year is showcased a little bit here. In any case, we get a good dose of dialogue and debate between the developer and the locals during the second part of the film. And issues such as local pollution, waste disposal, forest fire prevention are all brought up. And the developers don't really seem to care that much. At least their boss doesn't. And they've already made up their minds on the construction game plan, right? But still, the local residents can protest, and they do come up with some excellent, insightful questions that basically expose the doublespeak of the corporate folks. And that's one of the themes of the film here. Now, the story progresses into different discussions and topics after that. Kind of a free-flowing narrative throughout the second half. It redirects itself towards some of the side characters that we meet. And it does a good job of adding some color to multiple people in the film. And this is a testament to the script writing, which is quite strong when focusing on traditional character interaction. However, the most significant criticism of Evil Does Not Exist seems to be the ending. It's a very perplexing and ambiguous ending, which may rub some viewers the wrong way. It does force you to think about what has already happened throughout the film in an attempt to make sense of these final scenes that occur. It did inspire me to look up possible explanations online, and, some viewers may have a problem with the way this movie ends. Personally, I thought it was reasonably effective. Could have been a little bit stronger in kind of nailing what it was trying to nail, at least what I think it was trying to do. So, yeah, that's definitely, it might throw you off, the ending to this film, but at least you kind of know that it's coming, and maybe you'll prepare yourself for it. But I do think, all in all, Evil Does Not Exist is another good quality flick from Hamaguchi. If you enjoyed his previous movies, there's a high probability that you will enjoy this one. If you are unfamiliar with Hamaguchi, this would still make a pretty good introduction to his work, I think. It's just good quality stuff. I recommend it. It's currently available streaming on Amazon. The video does not have a subtitle option, but that's because the subtitles are hard-coded into the video itself. So it does have English subtitles, even though there's no option to select them on the menu. So just so you know. All right. And as always, folks, I'll see you next time.